And dear students, in this video lecture, we are going to discuss about schedules. A schedule is a chronological execution sequence of transaction. Schedule can have many transactions in it, each comprising a number of instructions. A transaction that successfully completes its execution, we call it as a commit instruction at the last statement. So once at the last statement, if the commit is given, the transaction is successful. If the abort, the word is given in the last statement, it is not successful, it got failed. So there are different types of schedules. We can see serial, non-serial, recoverable, non-recoverable, cascadeless and strict schedule. So we will see one by one. Serial schedule, as the name indicated, you know it is a serial way of execution. So you can see in this diagram there are two transactions T1 and T2. T1 first line of transaction is read of A, second line A equal to A plus 100, third write of A. So after completing the entire T1 three steps, the it will go for T2. T2 first line will be read of A, then A equal to A plus 500, write of A. You can understand that commit and abort both the instruction is not given in T1 and T2. So once the commit is not given, T1 is not also completely completed and T2 is also not completely completed. The schedule S is a serial because T2 executed after T1 completes the execution. Once after the completion of T1 only T2 executes. So we call this schedule as a serial. So this is a non-serial. So why we are telling it as a non-serial means you can see first line read of A equal to A plus 100. Third line we go for T2 read of A. Fourth line we come for write of A. In T1 again we go for T2. Then it completes at T2. So first two line will be T1, third line will be T2. So this is non-serial because the T1 and T2 are interrelated. Recoverable schedules. So from the word you can understand that we can recover some set of things. So schedule S is recoverable for each pair of transaction T1 and T2. T2 reads the data item in the previous written by T1 and commit operation of T1 appears before the commit operation of T2. So you can see here T1 have first line, second line, third line and commit is given. So the transaction is completely successfully saved and we go for T2. T2 also read of A equal to A plus 500, write of A, commit is given. So both the transaction is recoverable. So after any third transaction, if you want to recover this one, T1 and T2 can be recovered because both the transaction get committed. This we call it as a recoverable schedule. So remaining schedules we will be seeing in the next video.